we're talking to Dr. Calvin Atchison, a longtime administrator at Tennessee State University, and he's given us some information in reference to notable events and personalities associated with Tennessee State University. Dr. Atchison, let's see if we can pick up during this last segment to give you an opportunity to talk about, an additional opportunity to talk about notable events or personalities that you think that our audience ought to be familiar with.
Well, one thing I can say about Tennessee State, when I came, it was Tennessee A&I. I saw so much happen and so many persons who played important roles. Now, this was an institution that afforded opportunity for growth, not only for students, but faculty members who wanted to get involved had an opportunity to learn because it was an evolving institution. It was a very interesting and dynamic period in which to work. There were strong persons there whom one could work with, like Dr. Thomas Pogue, Miss Avery. I don't know if you heard of Miss Avery.
I have.
Miss Avery was there, and just the presence of those people would inspire a younger person to, you know, if I'm on the committee with you, I'm willing to do the work just to have you there. And I took advantage of that and had an opportunity to work with students and faculty. Whenever there was an opportunity to get the university involved in community activities, I did that. You made reference to the building that was named for me. I have to give Tennessee State University credit for it.
Explain that building.
Well, this was during the Civil Rights Movement, how I first got involved. I was serving under Briley, I believe, one of those mayors, and they formed a Human Rights Commission. They wanted someone from Tennessee State University on that committee, and they sent me. So I stayed on the Human Relations Committee, and finally chaired the Human Relations Committee. The mayor wanted to move me from Human Relations to Housing Authority, MDHA. I was with them for 19 years. After that, the mayor wanted to move me to the Metropolitan Action Commission, which I serve on now. So I have served on committees and commissions because I represented Tennessee State for a number of years. We even had what we call the Urban Observatory once. The Urban Observatory was a consortium with Tennessee State University, Fisk, Vanderbilt, and Peabody. This was an effort. The mayor wanted the city to become involved more in higher education, and I was always the representative. I didn't mind that because it was growth for me, and the number of contacts I had. I had opportunity to leave Tennessee State University because of offers other places, and once I almost left, and Dr. Davis stopped me.
Came and got you. Why don't you explain that?
I went to Morehouse for an interview. Dr. William Mays interviewed me.
Okay.
And while I was there, he interviewed me for the job. And he told me, he said, can you stick around until the afternoon? I want to talk with some people, and I want you to come back and talk with me again this afternoon. So I went back and talked with him. He said, I'll offer you department head. But he said, now one thing, we don't steal faculty members from other institutions. I'm going to call Dr. Davis and let him know what we've offered you. So he did. You know what Dr. Davis did? He called my wife. He called my wife, and she talked with, didn't even talk with me.
Call your wife.
Called her and talked with her a long time to find out if she, and she told him she wasn't going because she was in school. She said, well, I'm not going, I'm going to stay here. So the next day he saw me in the parking lot, and he told me, he said, well, you know, I got an opportunity to increase your salary. And he said, I'm putting your wife